from our newsroom. Joining me now live in the studio is Charles Frapuga, iBrand Senior Analyst, to do some analysis of some of these top business stories as we get some insight into some of the rationales and his reactions to the stories. Charles, good morning. It's a pleasure having you join me on the program.
Thank you very much. Good morning, our viewers.
Yeah, let's get talking
Good
now.
morning, Nigeria.
All right then. Foreign Airlines repatriation from Nigeria. The Central Bank of Nigeria has come out to say that they paid these airlines operating in the country total sum of 795.48 billion naira for the past 6 months in the past year. And then despite this fund that has been disbursed or repatriated by these foreign airlines, these guys are still coming out to say that these amounts are really not enough compared to the total amount of about 800 and something million dollars. What's your reaction to this? And it's so painful that all of this is happening now when naira is becoming gold in our country. It is scarce commodity, and then the federal government doesn't have enough of it. Even the Central Bank of Nigeria, which is the president dollar now, does not really have enough of it. What's your reaction to all of this? And do you see Nigeria being able to pay these foreign airlines all of their funds that we have with us in our country?
Well, first of all, I must say the Nigerian government through CBN has no choice. We must pay them their money. They are here in Nigeria to do business, and one of the ease of doing business is when you have done your business and you are finished, then of course it should make it easy for you to repatriate your funds. So yes, it's good that CBN is coming out that these are what we have paid these persons. There's nothing wrong with that. But of course, the airline operators are saying, yes, they will agree, but they still want all their monies. Now, there's nothing wrong for them to also request. But it now led for CBN to discuss with them and say, okay, this is how we are going to be remitting these monies to you. It's as simple as that.
But do you think the CBN has the capacity to pay these airlines all their funds trapped in the country?
Like I said earlier, the CBN has no choice. These persons have done these businesses already.
But we are not
Tickets have been paid.
But we're not the only one owing, though. We have the list of
yes,
Algeria,
we are the highest.
Egypt, but Nigeria seems to be highest.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
But these are businesses, just like you have done a job. And the person you have done the job will say, okay, this is how I'm going to be paying you. You don't have a choice. You just have to pay the money. But now, you now say how soon, how frequent. That's now led for the Nigerian government and airlines operators to come to an agreement and say, okay, because of what we are going through, this is how we are going to be remitting these funds to you. Okay. There's nothing wrong. It's just a simple negotiation. But the airline operators want to see commitment on the part of Nigerian government because it's also part of ease of doing business. Let me just digress. In the capital market, we have something like that. Before an investor comes, they must have done some few things through their broker with CBN. They call it capital importation fund. So that as soon as you invest, when you maybe invest in a company and you are giving a dividend or you want to sell, now CBN is aware of when those your funds came into the country. So when you are now also taking your profit, they make the process very easy through the certificate of capital importation. So it's part of ease of doing business. So yes, the airline, I'm sure they are saying, look, maybe they don't even trust Nigeria again, but we're assuring them that the CBN is up to the tax. As long as there is Nigeria, as long as we do business here, the CBN has no choice than to pay them their funds.
In the report that came out in the course of the week, the airlines are threatening to down tools in the country if their funds are not being repatriated. What ripple effect do you think this will have on the entire aviation sector and by extension the economy as a whole?
Already now, the aviation sector is like getting out to the reach of the ordinary person because a to and fro ticket from maybe Lagos, Abuja. I used to be less than 100,000 before. Of course, now we are seeing that
that's for domestic flights.
Domestic flights. I'm talking of Lagos, Abuja. To return tickets. Now we are talking of over 200-something thousand. So with the airlines now threatening this, for me, I think the government is to continue to negotiate with them. They are here to do their business, and they are doing this business. So the government should negotiate with them, make them believe that yes, they are priority when it comes to the remitting these funds to them, and they should just have that confidence that the government would. We need them to be in our country. We need to move from Nigeria needs to move from Nigeria to other parts of the country. So we need these airlines. And we also have our own Nigerian local airlines that are also operating abroad. You know,
only few of them.
Yeah, is there.
Yeah.
So if in their own country, their host country, they have been treated this way too, it will not be too good. And that's why I must commend IOTA. That's the International Transport Organization.
For
IOTA.
Yeah.
They should also intervene and see that it is a mutual win-win for the Nigerian government and also for the airline operator, because we need them to be in the country.
All right, then, good one. Then let's shift focus now to other stories. We're seeing there that the Nigerian Export Promotion Council has come out to say that in the past year, we seem to record a lot of losses last year for the economy. The NEPC is saying that $4.5 billion was lost last year due to some foreign exchange challenges, due to some political stability in some other West African country and other issues. Now, with this kind of loss, what projections do you think we should be having for the non-oil export for Nigeria this year?
Well, first of all, I'm happy with the Nigerian Export Promotion Council for keeping this record, because the recovery or to revitalize the Nigerian economy, you know, it is the non-oil sector.
Yes.
We cannot continue to depend on the oil sector. It is the non-oil sector. Okay? So, now, they are saying there was a decrease in what came in through the non-oil sector, over $4.5 billion. That's quite a whopping amount of money. And what were the causes? Forex issue. But I think we should go further to say insecurity was also a problem.
Yes.
Because some of these persons who are doing business in the country, because of general insecurity, they were not able to export as much as they can also export. We also have issue of quality of our products.
Yes, I was going to ask you, why do we keep having reduction of our products?
Yes, and that is why we are saying people who are doing export in the country, whether you are SME, please get registered with Nigerian Export Promotion Council, so that in this international market, quality is of essence. Because these persons using this your product, they use it for specific production. So, and if your product does not meet their specification, it becomes a problem for them. And they will not want to just buy a commodity or a product that does not meet their specification. And so quality is of essence to it. And I know, and then Nigerian Export Promotion Council, they have all the facilities where they train these local exporters as to what to export, the quality and all that, because they also have all those specifications from those countries where these products are going. So it is very key for your buyers to accept your product. That is it. Then they are talking of insecurity, instability in government in some other part of the world and all that. All these are already given. But we have to look at our own internal situation. If you export farming products, and because of insecurity in Nigeria today, you cannot go to your farm, how are you going to get that millet or sorghum or maize that you want to export and all that? So I'm happy they were able to identify the problem. Now is to tackle those problems so that we go back to see where we can rely on non-oil sector, because that's what we need for this economy to recover. All
right, great one. Then let's just focus now to Abia State. We saw yesterday precisely the state governor Adasoti taking a very drastic step. This is the first of its kind in the course of our country, where you're seeing a particular state governor setting up what he terms a global economic advisory council. And then if you look at the names and the caliber of people on that list, it shows that the governor is really serious. And then it shows that it means well for a state.
Yes.
Now, the governor has inaugurated this council. First of all, I'm going to ask you, how does this come to you? And then what should not be the expectation of this council? And what will not be the ripple effect of the entire economic landscape of Abia State, at least in the next 24 months, where the governor will still be holding leadership in the state?
Blessed. God's own country. God's own states.
Yes.
That's Abia.
Yes.
We must say congratulations to Mr. Oti. And maybe he's a doctor now.
Dr. Alex Oti.
Yes, it's congratulations to him. You see, at times when people say leadership is key, this is a tested technocrat. So I'm going to be biased because he's coming from the financial service industry. And if you look at that council, I saw about 2 of my senior colleagues who were on that council. Bolaji Balogun, a senior stockbroker.
And we need to state that Bolaji Balogun is the group CEO of Chapel Denham.
Yeah.
Good.
You know, then there is this Chidi, who is also a senior stockbroker. Then, just to even crown it all, we have a former regulator, Aruma Ote, who was the
former
DG of SEC. So you can see that the private sector drives any economy.
Very
and these persons are coming from the capital market specifically. So that's why we keep saying that the capital market operators can drive this economy. So you can see Alex Oti did not say no. Look at that council, Global Advisory Council. Bolaji Balogun from the Southwest. Emir Sanusi from
it's the mixture of the people there that makes up the entire country.
Did you not say it's an Abia State issue? Because
there is to be strictly to be Igbo men
or those from the Southeast or South. No, you can see that we have the Southwest there. Is it Sanusi is from Northwest? Yes. We also have the South. You know, and these are tested.
Everyone
men. These
fully represented
have made a mark in their, and they are still making a mark in the industry when you're operating. So that tells a lot about leadership. And you also have a former finance minister. There was going to be advisory, honorary advisor,
and also she's the DG of WTO. Yeah.
So you can see that Nigeria, we have the abundant human resources to take this our economy to where it belongs. And I'm so happy for Abians, because Abia, for me, Aba specifically, should be an industrial hub, because they already have the manpower there. They already have the skill there. So we want to see people. In fact, it should be like a form of not Silicon Valley, maybe an industrial valley or something like that, where people from all over the world will come and see made in Aba products. And Alex Oti has shown that leadership.
I need to ask you this. Permit me to butt in. I need to ask you this before we wrap up now. I have seen President of the United States and other presidents of developed countries set up economic advisory team, economic think tank that advises him on policy, fiscal policy decisions to take to govern the affairs of the country. But it's quite unfortunate that we've not seen such in our country. We didn't get to see that with the past administration, and even with this current administration, we're just seeing list of special advisors, list of special assistants, list of SSA, but as little of no impact to the economic well-being of the nation. What's your thought on this?
Well, I will not say of no use to the economy. You have a minister of finance, a coordinating minister. So
we are talking about an advisory council.
Yes.
The former president of the United States,
yes.
What's his name now? Barack Obama had an advisory council.
Okay.
Former president of the United States, Donald Trump, also had an economic council.
Yes.
And when I watch a particular documentary and I see the caliber of people, yes, just like we're having now with Abia State, men who have worked with Goldman Sachs, those who have worked with BlackRock, those who have worked with HSBC and the likes on that team, and they actually advised him and they did well. Because we have such replica here in our country.
And that's why we have said Alex Oti has taken the lead in terms of leadership. So if Abia succeeds, then of course it will become a model for other state government, of course the federal government. So the essence is not whether this government has it or not, but somebody has shown that leadership, you know.
All right.
And I'm so happy because the members are saying they are going to hold Alex Oti and his
advisory team
is cabinet accountable for the advice they are going to give them. You know, because we had the former president Nigeria who said, I'm just making you advisors. I'm not obliged to take your advice. So but this advisory council is saying, no, the advice will give you, we are going to hold you and your cabinet accountable for some of this advice.
So you can see
they are not yes men or yes women.
Yes.
These are men and women who have made a mark in their own chosen profession. So I think other states should follow suit and begin to see real economic growth in the country.
We'll leave it at that, Charles. I'd like to say big thank you to you for your time with me on this first segment of the show again. We're definitely going to have you again as we dive into our first conversation of the program. Thank you so much for your time with me.
Always a pleasure.
All right, now let's shift focus now to the capital market. Let's tell you that on Thursday, the Nigerian Exchange Limited All-Share Index rose by 2.04% to close at 91,098 rather, and 96,097 basis points from 90,063.25 basis points respectively. We'll get talking about this and more with Ambrose Omodio after this time. Please stay with us.